Living with diabetes can be a challenge. It requires careful food choices, blood sugar monitoring, and regular exercise. Good eating habits are so important because if left unchecked, high blood sugar levels can lead to serious health complications such as heart disease or stroke. The first meal of the day is critical for diabetics. It sets a foundation that can determine how stable blood glucose levels remain throughout the day to avoid blood sugar spikes and crashes and feelings of fatigue. This is why it's so important to plan your meals for a slow and stable release of glucose. It can be confusing to know what foods are best, and that's why we're here. So today we're going to explore 5 of the worst breakfast ideas for diabetics and provide diabetic-friendly alternatives that suit all tastes. But before we get into it, can you do us a favor and like this video? Ring the bell for future notifications and make sure you subscribe to Diabetics Talk for more practical diabetes information. Plus, stick around to find out how you can get not 1, not 2, but 3 free gifts. Also, don't forget to check out exclusive Diabetics Talk merchandise from our store and sign up as a member to get full access to the Food, Health, and You Complete Implementation System documentary and more. Now, let's start our countdown to the 5 worst breakfast ideas for diabetics. At number 5, bagels and toast. Bagels and toast are popular breakfast choices for many people, but they really shouldn't be. Both bagels and toast are high in refined carbohydrates, which can cause blood sugar levels to spike in people with type 2 diabetes. The process of refining grains for flour involves removing the outer layers of the grain, which include the bran and germ, leaving only the endosperm. This process creates finer and lighter flour with a longer shelf life, but it also removes many important nutrients, including fiber, vitamins, and minerals. For type 2 diabetics, refined flour is dangerous because it has a high glycemic index, which means it is quickly broken down into glucose and absorbed into the bloodstream, leading to a rapid rise in blood sugar levels. Fiber, which is removed during the refining process, is essential for slowing down the absorption of glucose and helping to regulate blood sugar levels. In addition, the germ, which is also removed during the refining process, contains important nutrients such as B vitamins, vitamin E, and healthy fats that are beneficial for overall health. Without the germ, flour is a nutritional poor food. Finally, bagels and toast are typically low in protein and healthy fats, which can make them a poor choice for breakfast. Protein and healthy fats can help to stabilize blood sugar levels and provide lasting energy throughout the morning. Now, if you can't imagine your life without your morning toast, low-carb pumpkin bread and almond flour-based bread can be a good alternative. They provide a slower and more sustained release of energy, which are helpful for managing blood sugar levels. You can also experiment with different spices, sweeteners, and add-ins to create a variety of flavors and textures. Plus, they make a great base for toppings like nut butter, cream cheese, or sliced avocado. Number 4, flavored yogurt. Yogurt is an excellent food for diabetics. Research shows that it can improve insulin sensitivity, reduce blood pressure, and the probiotic cultures found in many yogurts work wonders for digestion, heart, and blood health. In fact, one Spanish study found that consuming around 100 grams per day of yogurt was associated with a 14% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to no yogurt consumption. However, yogurts are not all made equal. Sweetened yogurts, such as berry or apricot yogurt, are typically yogurts plus a little berry, plus artificial colors and flavors, plus a ton of sugar, which is a disaster for diabetics. Even yogurts labeled natural can contain added sugar. It's not always easy to determine whether yogurt is sweetened or not, so here are some tips. check the nutrition label on the package and keep an eye out for added sugar. Also, look out for ingredients such as high fructose corn syrup and maple syrup, which could indicate that the product has been sugared up. The ingredient list should be short, containing milk, probiotic cultures like Lactobacillus, Acidophilus, or Bifidobacterium, and not much else. So go for unsweetened varieties with no added sugar written on them. These will still give you all the yogurt goodness, but without all that extra sugar. Greek yogurt, simple natural yogurts, and ones that contain live cultures are the best. And if you like fruity flavored yogurts, buy plain and then add your own fruits and nuts. Number 3, sugary cereals. You guessed it, sugary cereals are particularly bad for diabetics. That's largely because they contain high amounts of refined sugar, which are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, causing blood sugar levels to spike. Additionally, these cereals are generally made with highly processed grains and are low in fiber and protein, making it even harder for diabetics to manage blood sugar levels. As we discussed, fiber and protein help to slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, reducing dangerous spikes and crashes. And with processed cereals, you're missing out on that fibery goodness. Regularly consuming processed and sugary cereals significantly increases the risk of developing heart disease and diabetes-related complications. And even if that cereal box has so-called health stars or some other certification, it's important that you read the label and look for how much refined carbohydrate and sugar they really contain. Or better yet, just stay away from processed breakfast cereals. As an alternative, go for oatmeal. Oatmeal is a great breakfast option for diabetics because it's high in fiber and low in the glycemic index. An analysis of the blood glucose response before and after breakfast was done in 2008. While some subjects received a breakfast heavy in refined carbohydrates, others were given oats. The outcome demonstrated that those who consumed oats had much more balanced blood glucose responses. Just be sure to go for rolled or steel-cut oats and avoid processed and sugar-laden instant oats. Add some fresh berries and a handful of nuts for a delicious and filling meal that won't cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. Before we get to our number 3 food, how about those free gifts? Discover an entire world of diabetes-fighting foods with our new book, 10 Incredible Foods That Reduce Blood Sugar. Plus, you'll discover the real reason why type 2 diabetes, obesity, and heart disease are increasing at an alarming rate, and find out what really works when it comes to preventing these illnesses by watching our free diabetes-fighting documentary. Plus, get a free recipe book, Amazing Alternatives to Rice, Pasta, and Bread, which contains over 50 delicious and easy-to-prepare recipes that the whole family will love. These gifts are free and waiting for you to grab them in the description box below. Now, back to our video. Number 2, pancakes with syrup. Pancakes and syrup combine the worst of everything we've discussed so far. They're high in refined flour, and the syrup is going to act like a shot of pure sugar as soon as it hits your system. So the best bet is to skip the pancakes and go for one of the healthier options we've discussed. Otherwise, make a few strategic swaps and try using substitutes such as almond meal instead of regular flour and unsweetened almond milk rather than cow's milk. Both will make healthier versions of traditional pancake recipes without sacrificing flavor. And of course, avoid ingredients that contain added sugars like honey or maple syrup, as well as white flour, which has been stripped of its nutrients during processing. Lastly, beware when buying store-bought packaged pancake mixes. These often contain hidden sources of sugar that could raise your blood glucose level without you even knowing it, as well as other chemical nasties. Always read labels carefully before purchasing any food products so you know what's going into your body. And number 1, fruit juice. Fruit juice is often seen as a healthy choice, but it can be one of the worst breakfast ideas for diabetics. This is because juices contain concentrated amounts of sugar that can quickly raise blood sugar levels. When you drink fruit juice, your body absorbs all the sugars and other nutrients in it almost immediately, much quicker than when you eat fresh fruit with its natural fiber intact. This means that drinking juice can cause a dangerous spike in your blood sugar levels. To put this in perspective, just half a cup of orange juice contains about 10 grams of sugar, more than what's found in 2 tablespoons of honey. So instead of reaching for that juice first thing in the morning, consider other options like flavored water or unsweetened tea instead, and a piece of whole fresh fruit. And there you have it, the top 5 worst breakfast ideas for diabetics. Number 5, bagels and toast. Number 4, flavored yogurt. Number 3, sugary cereals. Number 2, pancakes with syrup. And number 1, fruit juice. Swap these out for the alternatives we discussed, focusing on whole foods, less processed foods, less refined grains, and less added sugar. And now it's your turn to share. Do you have any breakfast tips and tricks to share with the community? Leave a comment below this video and share it with the group. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell button. And don't forget, you can claim your free gifts by clicking the link in the description below or visiting diabeticstalk.com. We want to keep making informative, research-based videos for you. So if you gained value from this video and would like more of it, you can send us a super thanks by clicking the thanks button at the bottom of the video. We're Diabetics Talk, and it's our mission to bring you the best tips and tricks to help you fight diabetes. Thanks for watching. We hope you're having a diabetes fighting day.